In this video, we're gonna find out how internet consumption impacts your brain and overall productivity. It has more impact in ways that you may not even think. If you don't use internet to your advantage, it may be a blocker between you and your desired work output. But if you change and optimize your approach, you're gonna get significant results in terms of motivation and ability to increase your work output many times.
Hi, my name is Vlad Demuk. I'm a Biohacker Mind founder. I specialize in helping people to achieve the peak performance through optimizing their health. In this video, we're going to talk about the internet consumption and its impact on productivity. What is the connection and what you can do about it? So let's dive into this topic and find out more. I'm going to show you the presentation that I prepared about this specific topic. So let's get started with finding out what negative impact internet consumption has on productivity. The plan of this presentation is the following. At first, we're going to start with the definition. Why does internet consumption negatively impact the productivity? Then we're going to learn what is executive control and what it means, and what role it has in terms of productivity. After that, we're looking at how internet addiction works, what practical advice is gonna be helpful for you to beat it, and then we're gonna go to a conclusion about this topic. So let's get started. Social networks are a time waster in terms of personal life and work. At the end of 2020, based on data from users around the world, people spent on average 2 hours and 25 minutes a day on them. They're the endless stream of information from which your brain is get tired very easily. Without any conspiracy theories, their goal is to make sure that you're gonna spend as much time as possible on them in order to see as many ads and thus make more money. Now let's look at what executive control means. Executive control is a set of cognitive functions that help to get to desired result in work. There are 8 categories of them. You can check them in detail by pausing this video. Our brain is designed to get pleasure with as little effort as possible. It analyzes all the activities in 2 ways. Something that is making us feel good and something that doesn't. Based on the information it is creating the behavior patterns to pursue the good feelings and avoid the pain in analogy with computer that sees everything as 1 and 0. But here is pain and pleasure. The pattern of pursuit, the pleasure is caused by neurotransmitter dopamine, which is responsible for motivation and desire to seek reward and making actions that are gonna bring us closer to the goal that we're trying to achieve. Any type of addiction like drugs, video games, alcohol, social media, scrolling, etc. negatively impacts the function of the prefrontal cortex, resulting in decreased willpower and compulsive behavior enhancement, which are coming from more primitive parts of the brain. Dopamine is responsible for any addiction that can occur. It is all about wanting the reward, seeking it and trying to get it. The brain reward circuit goal is to make you to do what producing the most dopamine to get pleasure and avoid pain in any form. This mechanism is out of your control, and what is bringing us to do more of the things that we know we shouldn't be doing. The behavior that we do by using our logical thinking and willpower and not by habits is created in the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is the part of the brain that is located in the front and responsible for everything that makes us humans. Logical thinking, executive control, about which we talked earlier, and willpower. If you continuously experience stimulation, your brain becomes less and less sensitive and responsive to it over time. As an example, if you continue to drink alcohol, over time you're going to need to use more and more of it to get the same effect. One of the most powerful mechanisms of addiction is an expectation of unpredictable results that can occur after a small effort from your side. If we're talking about the endless scrolling of social media or websites, we can see that internet works as an endless novelty machine. Our brain loves to search and get new information due to the fact that In the ancient times, we were required to understand our surroundings in order to increase our chances to survive, to get new information about our environment, and it was extremely important, and thus our brain created to seek it, and he loves it. If you look at internet addiction in the first stages, habit forming cycle, here is how it unfolds. Q is the situation where we were stressed or bored, which is working as a reminder for your brain to continue the addictive behavior, which in this case using the internet scrolling. Craving is a desire to use the internet by your phone or desktop browser to get the feed where you can get mindless and endless scrolling of stream of information. The response is an action that you make. In this case, it's scrolling through your news feed or throughout websites to consume new information. Finally, the reward is a spike of dopamine, which you get by moving your thumb up and down to get more novel information through your feed. So what is the practical advice on how to beat internet addiction and thus get more time you spend on the productive activities? Obviously, the internet is essential for business in the 21st century, and it isn't bad if you use it properly. In order to beat a negative habit, you need to find the pattern of behavior that is leading you to get into the dopamine rabbit hole of novelty. The main two triggers for most people are usually boredom and stress. Remember that any addiction has triggers, and you need to learn how to identify them at a specific moment in order to make sure that you're gonna beat the addiction. Usually craving lasts for 15 minutes and then goes away. The next interesting tip that is commonly used in psychology to beat the cravings is the following. Imagine you're a surfer that rides the wave of internal discomfort. After a certain period of time, which is usually 15 minutes, your craving will decrease, and over time it is gonna be much easier to get rid of this addiction. Try to reduce unwanted scrolling by limiting your access to them by blocking the unneeded websites at least for the period of time where you're working. Try to hide your phone in your apartment away from you at the same safe distance where when it is not gonna be available for you to use right away. The harder it's gonna be to reach it, the less likely that you're gonna use it. The websites that usually distracts people the most are youtube.com, Reddit, Twitter, etc. You can easily block them through a console on your Mac or PC. So the conclusion is that if you're gonna reduce your internet consumption after 2 to 3 days, your brain is gonna be rewired, and you're gonna have much more satisfaction from your work. It is also gonna make sure that you're less likely be wanting to do compulsive behavior once again, since you're not gonna be addicted to it. And obviously still need to use the internet for the right purposes for your work, but be aware that be aware and reduce the harmful part of it that negatively impacts your reward system and bring less satisfaction from your work. Thank you for your time.
That was it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And if you want to work one-to-one with me, you can go by the link below and book a call with me, where I'm going to provide you with the best information regarding your health and performance optimization. And I'm also going to support you through all your journey. The information that I'm going to provide there is much more unique and advanced than you can see in all my videos. And this is going to be life-changing not only for your health, but your life overall. I wish you all the best.